What's up, guys? This is Conduit, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all my preferred slip build. This is, in my opinion, the strongest slip build in the game, at least as far as versatility goes. It gives you a dominance in the close to mid-range, only beat out by the sawed-offs up close, and only beat out in the mid-range by a bow because slip. So, let's get into it. So, I figure the first thing that we need to talk about is what exactly does Slippery Bastard do, right? And for those of you that don't know, what Slippery Bastard does is it reduces all aiming surrounding you, being the aim that you have outward and the aim that opponents have towards you, to just under 8%. It's 7.99% of your maximum total, with 100% being a perfectly accurate reticle. And that's a very interesting fact. Okay, so let's, as I would say, justify our cards real quick for you. So slip, have to have it, it's slip build. We're using slip to lock down into 1v1s, right? Slippery Bastard means that we aren't going to get randomly PIB headshotted out of nowhere. It means that if someone wants to kill us with PIB, they have to have a bow, or they have to be extremely skilled with the AQG system, or they have to have a sniper. Those are the counters. That's it. Now, we're going to use our passives to strengthen our build around those weaknesses. Because Painted Black Bow is so good at killing slip players, we run Never Without One for that one-shot headshot protection, as well as the 10% body damage reduction if the hat's on, and the hat stays on. 2, we're going to use Gunslinger's Choice for pop-out shots with our navies, and we're going to use the damage buff with AQG. 3, Sharpshooter. I never take it off. Literally, I never take it off. It's one of the best passives in the game. 20% damage dealt, 20% less damage taken, and all you have to do is use the Carcano or any scoped weapon. Yeah, any day I'll take that. But all of those together work together to give you this nice synergy where you can just rip through everything but the very best of PIB players, especially if they aren't willing to swap their weapons. So, following that, we need weapons to make use of those cards. So, you're going to be using sniper rifles, shotguns, bows, and revolvers, primarily. I'll explain revolvers when we get to the AQG segment later. So, your next question is going to be, what can kill me through slip? The answer is everything we just listed. If you can use it efficiently out of slip, it can be used to efficiently kill you in slip. Okay, so why do we use the weapons we do both against and with slip? We use shotguns because they're shotguns. They're relatively accurate even with the slip penalty in their effective range, so they're extremely good. We use bows and sniper rifles because they're immune to Slippery Bastard, and we use revolvers because you can do the accuracy Q glitch with them, which I'm about to explain. Okay, so the accuracy Q glitch, also known as AQG, is a technique that allows you to shoot through Slippery Bastard with revolvers, repeaters, and technically a couple of the shoulder-held rifles. It only works with weapons that have the cockback feature, because what you're doing is you are queuing the accuracy of your last shot and carrying it through to the next shot. We do this in slip by firing one shot while we are out of slip, and then popping our Slippery Bastard, and without losing any fire rate, so we're firing as fast as we can during the process, we continue to fire into our slip. Now, be careful with this, because if you mess it up, you can actually do the reverse. If you drop your slip while you're firing at full speed with your revolvers or your repeater, you can actually carry your worse accuracy from slip out if you aren't careful. Now, there is also a technique called reverse AQG that you can use against slip players. And it is simply firing a shot where it is unimpeded by slip, be that at a tree, at the ground, anything. And then, again, without losing any speed, locking onto the slip player and firing. You can also combine both the regular AQG and the reverse AQG. Now, I know I'm throwing around a lot of relatively quick words here about the AQG. I have a video on it already that kind of displays what's going on, but in depth, AQG allows you to challenge PIB players and tank builds while keeping your slip up. That's the part you really need to know to play slip. The reverse AQG is a higher level tactic, but it does let you go straight through it. The big thing here is that you get to take a pop shot, and when you take that pop shot, you can then carry your accuracy through your slip after it. You were going to take pop shots anyways with your lock-on weapons, so there's no reason not to AQG while you're doing it. And this is why we use Gunslinger's Choice. It reduces our body shot kill by 1 with the navies, which is our preferred sidearm, and it gives us that pop shot potential. So if you get real good at pinning people's chins, you can just one-shot people out of slip. And then you have your whole AQG system to work with to kill anyone else. It's really a beautiful, tightly tuned system. Okay, so we should probably cover why we have the pump shotgun as opposed to the semi-shotgun. Many of you will know that the semi-shotgun shoots faster and is just as accurate inside of slip when you're hip firing. That's true, and it's great for what it is. We use the pump shotgun because it allows us to pop out of slip almost like we are pop shotting with our navies with fire shells to pin people at medium and longish distance. It's especially good against off radars, and it's wonderful against defensive players. It lets you get up on them and do what you have to do. Having those fire shells, it's almost the same as having a bola, which I guess we'll cover right now. Bolas from slip, best thing in the world. They tie the opponent down immediately, and they're great to advance with. If you have 2 or 3 people pushing you, you can wing out 1 or 2 bolas, kill the guy that's the biggest threat, and then work your way through. And a lot of people will just off themselves while they're in bolas because of that. So either way, you're not going to die from that. It's a great system. Great tool. Highly recommend you use it. Well, I guess that just about covers everything, guys. Basically, this build abuses fire shells and the accuracy Q glitch, and the inherent benefits that slip gives you with sniper rifles and shotguns. It's very solid. It's what I use to kill high-level PIB players some of the time, and it is my favorite tool for counteracting Cronus. I've seen a couple of people in the community saying that they go off radar to counter Cronus, which I get why you would do that, but let me be the first one to tell you, you don't have to do that. Throw on this build, learn it for a couple of days, you'll be able to kill anyone with a Cronus pretty efficiently. Best of luck, gentlemen. Have fun with the build.